2 reasons why you might still end up marrying the wrong person. Yes, as a Christian, as a prayer warrior, as someone who loves God, you will still end up marrying the wrong girl or the wrong man. 2 reasons. You can pray and pray and pray, but these 2 reasons are very important. The first reason is this: before you even go to God and ask God for his leading and direction, you have already made up your mind. You have made up your mind, and so what is the point of going to God and praying, asking him to lead you, when you have decided on your own who you want to marry? Yes, because this is the major problem to most people. When you want to get married, you have seen the person you like, you have made up your mind, you have done everything. Before you go to God to ask God his leading, remember that all that glitters is not gold. It is only God who sees the unseen, who knows each and every one of us better than we know ourselves. So when you're asking God to lead you, you must bring your mind to that 0 point. Let him be the one to lead and direct you. See, you cannot imagine the mindset of people. See, it's not all about appearance. It's not all about what they say or do at the moment of courtship. You can stay with a man or a woman and still don't know anything about him or her for 10 years. You are still trying to know people after 10 years. So God, who is the master planner, who created we all, who knows each and every one of us perfectly well, is in the best position to lead you. But you have made up your mind. You have decided who you want to end up with. You are carried away by the physical appearance, by what the person is doing now, without knowing the future. God is the same yesterday, today, tomorrow, and forever. He sees and knows everything. He knows everything about you. He knows your yesterday, today, and forever. He's God who knows all things about you. The person who you are about to marry, you might be seeing the person, the man or woman, as a saint, but God is seeing him or her for whom he or she really is. And remember that what is good for A may not be good for B. So the fact that somebody is good looking, God knows what is good for you. The one who you have chosen may be good, but not be good for you. He or she may be good for somebody else, but not for you. Because God himself, who made you, who knows what you need better than you, knows what is good for you. The problem is that you go to God asking God to lead you when you have already made up your mind of whom you want to end up with. God will lead you to your will. He will not force you against your will. He will allow you to do what is in your mind to do. And these things happen in some ways that you might even have dreams to connect or to collide with what you have in your mind already. It is not still God speaking. It is you speaking. Yes, it is your mindset speaking. It is your own self speaking to you, because you have made up your mind deep within you to end up with that person. Number 2 is this. Most of Christians, you go ahead and eat the forbidden food, and then at the end you feel that, okay, because you have done it, and let me just marry him because I have opened myself for him. Listen, don't make that mistake. I am not encouraging you to go ahead and eat the food that you are not supposed to eat, the food which is meant only for couples. I'm not asking you to go and do that. But when it has happened, don't feel that because it has happened that you have no choice than to marry the person. No. Go to God in brokenness, in humbleness. Be ye humble before your God. Ask for mercy. Then ask him to lead you, to direct you. Don't make the mistake of making your decision based on sentiments, based on the error and mistake that you have made. You might have made that mistake. It is not a good one. It's a very bad one. But then, don't let your decision of ending up with that man or that girl based on this. Even though you have child together, even though there is pregnancy, you can still make the right choice. Do not deny the child. Do not deny your own child, but then make the right choice. Go to God, ask for his mercy, and let him lead you. These are the two reasons. The first one is this: before you even start praying, asking God's leading, you have made up your mind of what you want to do. So there is no point at the first place asking for God to lead you at all. The second one is that do not make decision based on your errors, based on your mistake, based on the fact that you have eaten the forbidden food. Don't make your decision based on that. Let him alone lead you. And mind you, God will not go against his word. He has given you will. Even though you still decide to do what you do, he will still allow you to do it. These two reasons are the major points why Christians most times make mistake in marriage. It's not as if they don't pray. You pray, you speak in tongues, you read the Bible, but then when this time comes, you mix your feelings and the leading of God. Do not allow what you feel. This body is mortal. Do not allow it control you. It is God who sees everything. It is God who knows you better than you know yourself, who knows the person, who knows how the both of you can be able to mix up. And remember that a person who may not be good for you may be very much good for another one. So don't mix these two things up. This is why you must ask God to lead you of the man that you need in your life, not the one that you want. The same thing applies to men. The woman that you need in your life. You cannot judge a book by the cover, and you cannot know everybody. People who are married for 20 years are still trying to know each other after 20 years of marriage. You see? So this is why marriage is a decision that you must make with care. As a Christian, you must ask for God leading. Ask him to lead you to the best person that is suitable to you, to your kind of person. Thank you, guys.